Minister, who is Andre Lise Methot?
I don't know them personally. I understand they've held a few board positions within different federal organizations.
Okay. And so Ms. Methot was announced to be a member of the Canada Infrastructure Bank, appointed by the Trudeau government. She came from the Sustainable Development Technology Canada, which is also known as the $1 billion Green Slush Fund. And part of the reason it's known as that is because of some of the work of Ms. Methot, including her financial interest in a group of companies that she voted to give $42 million taxpayer dollars to. Do you endorse her serving on the Infrastructure Bank?
I actually understand that person has resigned, so there is no such service to endorse.
And on what date did Ms. Methot resign?
The 16th of April.
So we have this, what is pretty plain to see, or what would be perceived to be as corruption. We have people serving on boards appointed by the government. They are rewarded after it's revealed that there's been these kinds of insider dealings. Multiple other people on the board who are GIC appointments being under investigation by the Ethics Commissioner, and then being appointed to the Infrastructure Bank, a larger pool of money with which they could advantage their own, further their own private interests and advantage themselves. So this individual offered their resignation. Was that following an announcement of an investigation by yourself into their dealings while serving on the Infrastructure Bank?
No, I've made no such announcement to that kind of an investigation. I would just caution, I don't know this person. I do know that there was some reasons to look into the work at SDTC while inquiries are ongoing to make allegations of corruption just in a general way. I think sets a dangerous precedent, and I would urge caution on all members in advance of any explicit findings because of the impact that those kinds of statements can have on a person permanently throughout the course of their life.
Sure. I appreciate your caution, Minister, but it's a matter of public record. Ms. Methot's personal interests and then the decisions that she took while serving on the SDTC board, and then went on to receive what is a prestigious...
Mr. Barrett, just 1 second, please. I'll stop your time. I have a point of order from Mr. Biddle. Mr. Biddle.
I guess I'm just curious who Mr. Barrett is subbing in for. All the regular members of the Conservative Party are here, and if they're here, they're participating. So I was just wondering who Mr. Barrett is subbing in for.
Why does it matter? What is that? How is that a point of order also?
Mr. Biddle. He can be present even if other members are here.
We can be present. Can he be participating?
But he can't be voting.
Okay, but okay.
So I'm an associate member of the committee, Mr. Chair, and I'm able to participate as a member of the official opposition. And if my colleagues are generous in sharing their opportunity to question the minister with me, I'm able to do that, provided I abide by the rules of the committee and don't cast a vote when regular members or permanent members of the committee are present.
That is correct.
Okay.
I'll turn the floor back over to you, and I'll start your time. You have 2.5 minutes left, sir.
Tony Barrett had to...
Chair.
Oh, my God. What now?
I'll go to Ms. Katrakis.
Yeah, I'm just questioning the relevance of this line of questioning because we are here on Maine's estimates. So I'd just like to find out what the relevance is.
Thank you, Ms. Katrakis. I'll ask all members to try and find a way to segue or explain the line of questioning as it relates to the Maine estimates. And with that, I'll turn the floor back over to you, Mr. Barrett.
Okay, look, it's beyond rich. I've got one member of the government who doesn't want me to even be able to ask questions, though it's, of course, established that I'm able to do so. We have another member saying that my questions aren't relevant when we're asking the minister responsible for infrastructure about appointments to the infrastructure board. It screams cover-up when we're talking about questions of corruption that have been well reported on in the media and are rightly concerning for Canadians who have a hard time paying their bills, and we have insiders who are lining their pockets while they have plum government appointments and access to make decisions that personally benefit themselves. Minister, would you be able to table for the committee, following your appearance, the resignation letter or official notice from from the Infrastructure Bank that resignation did in fact take place on the date that you indicated?
So I don't have a copy. I'd be happy to undertake to request that the Canada Infrastructure Bank provide that to me.
That's excellent. The concern and the reason that I raised this, of course, Dr. Lewis very ably put questions to you about the completion of projects by the Infrastructure Bank. And so we have questions about the efficacy and the competence of the organization. With respect to any future appointments, we'd of course expect that those appointments are given to people who have not been implicated in questions of self-dealing. But will you commit today to undertake a review of decisions that Ms. Mathot participated in while serving on the Infrastructure Bank, so as to be able to assure Canadians that no further insider dealing was undertaken by Ms. Mathot?
So I'm happy to look into it. Some of the elements might be properly administered by the bank in the first instance, as an entity that operates independent of government, but I've got no reservations to looking into it. I think we all owe it to our constituents to make sure that there's not inappropriate use of taxpayers' money, even when it's run by an arm's length organization and the money's paid back.
Thank you very much, Mr. Barrett, and thank you, Minister.